everyone, my name is Maddie, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my February TBR chosen by Dart Attack. So for anyone who doesn't know, Dart Attack is my monthly TBR game where I throw a dart at this dartboard and it chooses me a corresponding prompt, which I then choose a book to fulfill. I change out the prompts a lot, there are some more rules. If you want to find out more about it or just get up to date with it, there is a whole playlist of all the previous versions. I have done, I think, 6 or 7 before this one, maybe 7. It's been since July last year, so quite a lot to catch up on if you want to watch. So, sorry I'm not looking my best. It has been a day. I'm not going to go into why. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll probably know why. It's just been a lot. So we're kind of filming this, but it has to be filmed today, so I'm getting on with it, and honestly I think it's going to lift my spirits massively filming this. So February, I guess. January went really well. I've had a really good reading month. It's been really tough with my job, but I feel like I've done really well. We'll go through in a minute how I've done with the Dart Attack books from January. But, it feels weird saying this, but I'll explain it. Basically, I've succeeded. For the first time ever, I have succeeded with my Dart Attack TBR, which is really refreshing. So we'll quickly go through that, and then we'll get into kind of February. So having said I've succeeded, the first 2 books I'm going to hold up I haven't actually read yet, but I'll clarify that. So the first one, for new author, I chose The Black Tides of Heaven by Neon Yang. Haven't read this yet. I'm reading it probably to completion in sprints tonight because it's 200 pages and we normally sprint for a few hours, so if I don't finish this today, I'll finish it tomorrow. So it'll definitely be done because I'm filming this a week before the end of the month, so plenty of time. And then similarly for big book, I chose Dreams of Gods and Monsters. This is what I'm reading all of next week. We'll hopefully finish it on like Saturday. So again, in plenty of time. It is long, but I should be fine to do that because I should have some evenings free. So that's the plan for next week and I'm very excited. So I haven't read it yet, these first 2, but will before the end of the month, so I'm confident that I'm calling this month a success. Next for Self-Destruct was The Fever King by Victoria Lee, which thankfully I've read, otherwise I would have had to unhaul it, but we knew there was no risk of that. You will have actually already seen the reading vlog of me reading this. If you haven't, you can check it out up there. That went up on Monday. I loved it. I've read it though, so success. Next, for the prompt of Intimidating, I chose Black Box Thinking by Matthew Syed. I finished this on like the 3rd or 4th of January, right at the beginning. Really enjoyed it. Really quite proud of myself for reading this because non-fiction is so intimidating to me. And then finally for contemporary, I chose One Last Stop, which I have also read. I don't have the physical book, I read it on ebook because I got an e-arc off NetGalley. But yeah, I have read that one too. So 5 for 5, success. So from a suggestion in the comments, a thing I really liked is I've had in place for ages that if I don't finish all the books, there's kind of a punishment. Someone said, why don't you also have, if you do finish all the books, that you get some sort of reward? So that's a thing we're doing, and I've been trying to think what to do. I considered having like buy myself a book, but honestly, I just buy books when I want to. I considered have one less book on my TBR for the next month, but I will get into how many I'm doing this month and explain why I don't want to do that. But I did think of a third option, which is the one we are going with, and that is to do with this. If you remember from last month, this is a tally. I will put the tally up on the screen as always for how we're doing, for how many times I've hit each colour. If I hit a colour 3 times, I have to add a throw. But I do have it here so you can kind of keep an eye on it throughout the video. I am, again off a suggestion in the comments, going to be making this so that I put drawing pins in the gaps so I don't have to remake it every month, which is a brilliant suggestion. I just forgot to order drawing pins and remembered when I was making this morning. So for next month, we'll do that. But my reward for completing my TBR is I get to choose any of these colours and set it back to 0. Which is very exciting. And I think it's quite a fun way of doing it if it takes a tiny bit of the risk out of it for me, but also could take none of the risk out at all because I might remove a colour where I don't even hit it. So it's a bit of potluck, but it's a bit of a laugh. So looking at this, as I said, I'll put the tally up here so you can see it really clearly. I think I'm going to knock off light orange and set light orange back to 0. It is obviously already crossed off here, which I did not think through. I shouldn't have done that, but basically I will get a different colour pen for the rest of this and I'll go back over the ones for light orange. So yes, if I hit light orange once, I'm not in trouble. If I hit it 3 times, I'm still in trouble, but I think I'm happy with that. So light orange being set back to 0, that is my reward for finishing my TBR. The rewards may change month to month. If people have other ideas, please drop them down below. I'd be really intrigued to hear them, but I think that's what we're going with for now. So in terms of how many throws I'm doing in February, I am going to stick with 5. It's how many I did in January, and honestly, it was the perfect number. I have read actually more than 5 books already in January, but it has been the perfect number where I feel like I'm pushing myself. I have enough that I need to get to without it getting to the point where I feel like I can't pick up anything else and I can't mood read at all. It's actually been brilliant that I've got like enough pressure without the stress. It's honestly just been the perfect number. So I am going to stick with doing 5 again in February. I may push it back up to 6 in future, but for now I'm really happy with 5, so we're staying put with that. In terms of books I need to get to in February, as always, there are many, but I'm just going to pick out kind of the most key ones. The first being the Burned Book Club's book club pick for January and February. However, I'm reading it in February, and that is Battle Royale. This is a book club reading dystopian books, which I run with Spoopy Hole. It will be linked down in the description, as always. So I'm reading this in February. I will be starting this on the 15th of February because we're doing a kind of unofficial buddy read for anyone in the book club who wants to join us. So if you want to join us in reading this book and take part in the live show and also read more dystopian with us in future, check out Burned Book Clubs in the description. We have a Twitter and a Discord, and the Discord's really active and nice, so that's brilliant. And then similarly for FAES and Gaze Book Club, we are reading The Space Between Worlds by Michaiah Johnson. And yeah, this will be the live show towards the end of February, beginning of March. I'm really excited for this one. Again, we have a Discord and a Twitter. Check them out down below. It's queer sci-fi fantasy is what we read in this one. So again, very good fun. The one other thing is that in the first week of February is POLARTHON, which I am kind of semi-participating in. I want to take part, but I also know I will not read enough in 1 week to complete it, or at least it's exceedingly unlikely. And due to other books which are high priority for me, I'm not putting like all 3 POLARTHON books on my Dark TBR, because then if I don't finish them the first week, I still have to finish them later in the month. So what I'm doing is I have my kind of TBR, I say I have a TBR planned, I haven't actually picked a team yet, but we'll get to that in a second. So I have the kind of books I'm hoping to fit in picked, and if I can read them all, brilliant, but I'm only going to try and get one of those on my Dark TBR, and then that's the one I have to try and read in the POLARTHON week, which is, as I said, the first week, the 1st to the 7th of February, and that is run by Jade, JD Ray Reads, who we love, and I'm really excited to give it a go, and all of these books are ones I really want. But on the note of POLARTHON, I do actually need to choose a team. There are 4 teams. I'll put up like the little map here. There's Team Polar Bear, Team Penguin, Team Arctic Fox, and Team Walrus. They all have team captains. There's a Twitter if you want to know more about POLARTHON, and I'll link Jade's video down below as well. And basically you pick a team, and each team has 4 team prompts and then the 1 central prompt, which is Polar Fantasy. And then you try and fulfill the prompts for your team. You can double up, so you can complete the readathon using only 3 books, which is what I'm going to be doing. So the first thing we're going to do is stick this map on my dartboard, throw at it, and see which team I'm going to be joining. And I will then very quickly talk through what the 3 books I'm planning to read for the week are. And then we will start playing Dart Attack and work out which one I can actually fit into Dart Attack. Hopefully one of them at least. Okay, so that is up. Let's very quickly do a throw to figure out which team I'm going to be on, and then I guess we need to get into the first throw of Dart Attack and start actually choosing my TBR. Okay, so throw number like 0, I guess. It's kind of like a prequel throw. Also, if you see mess in the background, no you don't. I'm busy, okay? My flat's not perfect. Let's see what team I'm joining. I'm not gonna lie, I do have a preference for which team I want to join, just because I like the character. But I'll be happy to join any of them, especially as all of the team captains are so amazing. But let's throw and see what we get. Yay! Team Arctic Fox! Okay, so I'm being lazy just doing this here. We did get Team Arctic Fox. You can see there, the little puncture hole right there. So yes, I will be on Team Arctic Fox, which is run by Sasha at The Wild Sasha, who I will link down below. And I'm really excited. I do have all the bookmarks, but the Arctic Fox one, look at the little, it's just so cute. So I'm very happy. So the prompts I need to fulfill are Polar Fantasy, obviously, and then Silver Cover, Snowy Setting, Retelling, and Icy Magic. Silver Cover might trip me up a little bit. The rest I can make work with the books I've got. Silver Cover maybe not, but I'm very unlikely to finish all of these anyway, if I'm honest. So yeah. So the 3 books I do have picked out are Wranglestone by Darren Charlton, The Bear and the Nightingale by Katherine Arden, and then Frostheart by Jamie Littler. I don't know which of these I'll be getting to. Some of these. Hopefully one of these will also go on my Dark TBR, we will see. But none of them have silver. We have gold on this one, but definitely no silver. So I'm going to have to do some rethinking for that. If anyone has any suggestions, please let me know, especially if they're like on ebook, because yeah, I don't want to add too much to my physical TBR at the moment if I can avoid it. But anyway, one of these will be on Dart Attack. That's it for POLARTHON. I'm Team Arctic Fox. Yay. Anyway, getting into actual Dart Attack, the first thing I need to do is replace the prompt on light orange, because that is where we ended up last month. So I will choose that, put it on, and then we will finally do throw number 1. So let's see, let's go with this one. Okay, first official throw of the month. Let's see what we get. I don't know where I'm aiming. Light orange is safe, yellow is not, dark green is not, pink is not. Those are very evenly spaced, so nowhere is safe. Perfect. I'm thinking blue, purple's kind of the area, so we're going to try over there and see what happens. I missed. That was going to happen, wasn't it? Okay, I've put a mark next to miss, so now if I miss again at all, I have to add a throw. Let's try that again. Bit more power this time, I think. Still aiming for that like bluey area, if I can. Green. Is that a triple? I think that's single. I think we're okay. Oh, that is just safe. And the prompt is booktube rec. Okay, so the first prompt is booktube rec, and I'm not sure what to do with that. I don't feel like either of my book club picks really fit for it because they're not like massively wrecked on booktube. So I think what we're going to go with is, in fact, the Mime order by Samantha Shannon. I really want to try and get to this. I really want to continue with this series. I really enjoyed the Bone season, but this one is big and I'm going to have so many big books on my TBR this month. I just need to embrace it. So the Mime order is going on. For anyone who doesn't know about this series, the Bone season, which I have read, follows a like dystopian future. It's set in London where clairvoyants are quite common, but they are also outlawed, and we're following our main character Paige, who is a clairvoyant, and is kind of involved with this kind of illegal gang syndicate kind of thing, and then things go very awry, and it was really good. It was really interesting. I've heard the series gets better, so I'm very excited. That's the first book on my TBR. We had to start with a chunky one. Of course we did. Yay. And then replacing the prompt on light green, go with that one. And then with light green marked off, onto throw 2. Okay, so throw number 2, think I'm still gonna aim in that kind of bluey area. Basically nowhere is safe, and if I don't get a triple in this video, it's going to be a miracle. So blue, purple, why not? Somewhere over there. Yeah, I missed. Okay, right, that's an added throw. Okay, so that does bring me up to 6 throws, which is kind of scary, as I'm really confident that's gonna happen again this video, and I really don't want too big a TBR. And it's also put a hole in that prompt, which is just annoying. But anyway, let's try this again. I don't know why I'm missing so much today, but hopefully it doesn't happen anymore. Though if it does, it now doesn't matter, because I've already added a prompt for it, so won't make much difference. Throw 2, take 2. Dark orange. That's fine. Dark orange is safe. We're fine. And the prompt for dark orange, if I can get it, is gift. Okay, so dark orange, that's fine. The prompt was gift. Also fine. That works really well, as both of my book club picks work for that. So I think I'm going to put the Space Between Worlds on for this one, just because I don't want to have put this one on and then big book turn up and have to add more big books. So Space Between Worlds by Michaiah Johnson. This is, as I said, the Face and Gaze book club pick. I don't know too much about it. I know it has a bisexual main character, I think a sapphic relationship. I think this follows someone with like multiple realities. It says on the back, of the 380 realities that have been unlocked, Kara is dead in all but 8. I don't know much more than that, and I don't really want to, because it's only really short and I feel like I'm gonna absolutely love it, so I kind of want to go in a little bit blind. But as I said, we'll be reading this in February. We'll be discussing it at the beginning of March. If you want to join us, please do. And this was gifted to me from Rowan. So thank you very much to Ro for giving this to me for Christmas. And replacing the prompt again, let's see what comes up. Oh, I've got way too many. Let's go with this one. On to the next throw. Okay, throw number 3, and there are only 4 safe colours, and I have 4 throws left. So unless I hit light blue, dark blue, and purple and red repeatedly, oh no, there's 5 safe colours because light orange. My brain's not quite here today. Basically, there's a very limited chance of me not adding more throws, and I'm really scared because I don't want too big a TBR at the moment. We'll see. We'll see. Let's just throw and see what happens. Okay. Bullseye! Yes! For once, I finally get to use this. So the bullseye has two different things I can benefit from. Either I can take a throw I've already done and like remove it and rethrow, so if I've got like a huge book I don't want on, I can do that. Don't want to do that. Happy with the books I have so far. What it also means is I can -1 throw. We are back to 5. I am happy. Bullseye finally coming into play. Thank you. Okay, so throw 3 of 5, which is much more appealing right now. Still aiming for that bluey purple section. I'm kind of just being stubborn now that I really want to get it, and also it's the safest area, so going again over there. Blue, dark blue, fine. And the prompt for dark blue is MotherPic. So, quick explanation for this one. This is MotherPic, not MotherFave, which we've had before. So basically, my mum gets to choose what book I read this month. I'm undecided if I'm going to send her a photo of like my whole bookcase and she gets to choose, or whether I'm going to send her like a selection and she can choose from that. I will probably let her choose which of those options she wants. So I'm going to go text her and hopefully get back to you very quickly with what she's chosen. Apologies if there are any sudden lighting changes. I've had to film this way too late in the day and setting up lights for this sort of filming is a nightmare. So we haven't got any, but we're just gonna have to hope the light doesn't change too drastically and that it lasts long enough. It's really snowy today, so that's not helping because it's a bit gloomy, but fingers crossed. Okay, I'm still waiting on a response from my mum for MotherPic. I think she's gonna be nice though. She did request photos of all of my books, so I did send her that, but she did also ask how it's going so far, and though it's going all right, I do still have a lot of books I'm trying to cram on, and if I end up with a TBR of like 8 books, I'm gonna be kind of dead. So hopefully she's gonna be nice, but she is at full liberty to choose whatever she wants. My mum thinks she's hilarious, and she just messaged me, I choose XX, and then quickly followed it up with the fact she is joking, but she thinks she's so funny. Thanks. Yeah, no, XX is not coming on this month's TBR. I think that would be the one thing I vetoed if she chose it, because no. Okay, so we have a response, and my mum has chosen, let me just grab it. Battle Royale. I will redo her reasoning. She's provided reasoning. She said, 1, it's Spoops' favourite, and we love Spoops. Very true. My mum literally loves Spoops. She has adopted her as another child. Number 2, I love dystopian books, as in like, my mum loves dystopian books. She does, we share that very much. And 3, she wants to borrow it, probably in time for the live show. So, I guess I'm reading this, and I'm gonna have to read it in enough time that she can read it too. So, Battle Royale is going on my TBR. I don't know much about this one. It's the Burned Books Club pick for January and February, as I already said. It was very much, I say very much Spoops' pick. I'm dying to read it, like, but it's her favourite book pretty much, so she was very keen for us to read it as a book club pick, and like later in the year we're doing one of my favourite books, so it works. I always say it's Hunger Games-esque. It came before Hunger Games, and there's been a lot of debate over the years as to whether Hunger Games was heavily inspired by this or not. It's very, very dark. I think it's going to be very gruesome. I'm kind of here for it. Very excited. It's also long. But yeah, I'm going to be reading this, and as I already said, if you want to read it with Spoops and I, we will be starting on the 15th of February. We're not doing like a certain number of pages or chapters a day, just roughly reading it around then if you want to join in. Okay, replacing the prompt on dark blue. Let's do a big shuffle. We've not done a big shuffle in a while. And, oh dear. Okay, not that one apparently. Let's go with maybe this one. There are so few safe colours at this point, it's getting ridiculous, but we only have 2 throws left, so if I can hit light blue, purple, red and light orange, we're fine. If I hit anything else, I'm dead. So, other than missing, but that doesn't help me if I miss because I don't get a prompt from it. So, there's nowhere good to aim. Literally nowhere. Honestly tempted to do it with my eyes closed. If I wasn't in a rented flat, I would. Oh my god, I kind of want to try and get light orange, but I don't think my aim is good enough to aim that specifically. But we're going to claim I'm aiming for light orange and see what happens. Yes! Yes! First time ever that I fully aimed. What is it? I don't even know what the prompt is. Own voices. The fact that I just managed that is blowing my brain. But anyway, the prompt I got was own voices, and so for this I'm going to be reading Love in English by Maria E. Andreu. I am really, really excited for this. This is an arc I was given by Harper 360, so thank you to them for providing me this arc. This is a YA sort of contemporary story, I think, and it sounds super cute and has a gorgeous cover. And I don't know exactly which way this is own voices, but it says on the back, inspired by the author's experience learning to speak English as a new immigrant. This is a story about identity, language, and love. So it's definitely own voices. I think the author might be Latinx, just looking in the back, because it says that they've won the International Latino Book Award, or actually they were a finalist for it. And they came to the US, I think, as an undocumented immigrant, and English was their second language. So pretty sure this is own voices, and I think it's going to be a really interesting story. I'm really excited. Haven't read YA contemporary in a little while, so quite intrigued to give some a go. And I love the idea, because this mentions a lot that it plays with like the idiosyncrasies and kind of weird quirks that the English language has, and I love things like that. So I'm really excited to see what this is going to be about. Okay, so replacing the prompt for what I can only hope is the last time, because I don't have the time in February to add extra books. So we're going to go with this one. Final throw. Let's give it a try. Okay, here we go. If I hit red, light orange, light blue, or purple, we're fine. Okay. Ooh, I'm nervous. There is nowhere good to aim, so we're just gonna see. Purple? I don't know. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. Let's try this and see what happens. Or another bullseye. That's also fine at this point. Let's see. Fingers crossed. Red! As if I just got away with this. Next month, I'm screwed, but for this month, we're all good. Wish me luck for March. I'm gonna cry in March, but let's go see what the prompt on red is. No! Okay, the prompt on red is -1, which means one less throw, which would basically just mean I'm not doing that throw. But I want a 5th prompt, so I'm just gonna throw at the board again, obviously ignoring the whole color malarkey, like, just to pick myself a prompt, because I don't want to do -1. I want to have my 5th prompt. I want 5. 4's not enough, 6 is too many. So we're going to ignore this. As if I get the one really useful prompt the time I didn't need it. Would people object to me putting this back on the board for March? Because I'm going to need it in March. I'm going to do it. So this is going back on, and I'm going to rethrow, but I don't get the color forfeit because I successfully aimed. And I'm rewarding myself for that, but I'm also not taking this off the board because I literally don't have safe colours and March is going to kill me, so this is going back on. Okay, just for the sake of choosing a prompt, this can go literally anywhere. You can tell I'm tired because that hit and I just walked towards it without saying anything. Light orange, again, apparently, somehow, which is also a safe colour, so I don't feel at all guilty about not adding a prompt for this. But let's see what light orange was. So light orange is told to read. Okay, the final prompt was told to read, and I have the perfect book for this. It's another chonker, however. Night's Shadow by Sebastien de Castell. This is Jade from J.D. Ray Reads. My brain's not here today. One of her favourite series of all time, if not her favourite. And Molly, Steph and I have decided we're going to buddy read the second book specifically because it's Jade's favourite together, to destroy Jade. So I've very much been told by Molly and Steph that this is a thing that's happening. I mean, we did decide together, but they're holding me to it. So that's going on the TBR as the final one. I don't know much about this series. It's called the Greatcoat series, and I think it follows this like band of men or people who have been framed for the murder of someone. And I think it's gonna be quite like grim, and I'm really excited, and Jade adores it, and I know Steph and Molly loved the first book, so I'm very, very optimistic that I will like it too. Okay, so that is my official TBR for the month. I will just hold up the stack. It's still pretty chunky considering it's only 5 books because, you know, lots of very big books on it. But on top of that, I do have 3 books for POLARTHON, which I'm going to be trying to get to, and I do have 2 or 3 others in mind that I would like to get to in the month. But I'm not going to mention them now because honestly just getting through these is going to be enough of a task for me, especially as like the first book in this series I'm not sure I'm going to get to before the end of January, so that might be rolling over as well. So lots to read, but I'm very, very excited. So I think that is it for the video. As I said at the beginning, if you have any more ideas for either punishments or rewards if I fail or complete my TBR, I'd really appreciate it. I'm looking for some new ideas. If you have any more prompt ideas, as always, please leave them down below. I have a huge stack and yet I feel like the same ones are regularly coming up, so I would love some more ideas. But that is it for the video. Good TBR, successful last month. We're starting 2021 off right. But that's it. So if you enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up, comment down below. How is your TBR looking? Are you like excited for February? Subscribe if you'd like some more content from me. Check out the description if you want to take part in any of the book clubs or read-alongs I've already mentioned. They will all be linked down below, full details if you want to take part. That is it for this video. So bye, and I'll see you in the next one.